How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlet and welcome to a brand new rumor video. So today we're going to be covering actually a piece of actual leaks, right? Something that happened within the TCG community. There's been a pretty big leak now, but also on top of that, we're going to talk about most recent rumors that have showed up on 4chan. So that's what we're doing today's video. If you guys are ready, then slap the like button down below. Let's try to get this video to 1,000 likes and let's jump into the news straight away. So I'll be covering the leak for the TCG first because it's kind of important for potentially Diamond and Pearl related, situations, right? Like this may reference what might happen next year. So here's what it's all about. So a Chimchar TCG card has apparently been leaked for the Pokemon 25th anniversary. It's appearing for some people in the latest TCG set. Seems like the Pokemon Company Incorporated included the card by mistake. So 2021 will be fun, as posted here by Central Pokemon Leaks. And there's another more in-depth post they have here. Our big plans coming up for Pokemon 2021. A Pokemon TCG card has been leaked showing the logo that would be used to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. Apparently, it would have been mistakenly included in the latest TCG collection. So yeah, it seems like that is the case. Of course, the card features a Chimchar, one of the, main fire, the main fire starter of specifically the Sinnoh region, and Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl, as well as Platinum. And of course, as you guys know, there's been a lot of speculation about what's going to be happening next year. A lot of speculations about what the next sort of, big Pokemon game is going to be. Is it going to be more DLC for Sword and Shield in 2021? Or is it going to be a brand new game like either Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Johto type of deal? Or are we going to get Diamond and Pearl? And is this the first hint towards that? Well, I don't know, but I'd love to know your thoughts about it. And, hey, now we know what the logo is going to look like. 2/5/25. So 25th anniversary next year. Who knows what's going to happen? Either way, let's jump to the rumor now. So what we just read was, of course, the TCG actual leak, but next is something slightly different. Next is a Crown Tundra related rumor. And this one starts off pretty interestingly. I mean, it of course is once again a 4chan post, so please take it with a mountain of salt. And remember that none of this stuff is confirmed as real just yet. So let's start with it. Now, Pokemon Crown Tundra leaks by Anonymous. Crown Tundra release 18th of November. Now, I'm gonna check that exact date because I want to know what kind of day that is. So the 18th would be on a Sunday, which doesn't seem too logical. They don't tend to release these things on Sundays. Usually it's during midweek, right? That's during actual work days is when they release these. So I don't know about Sunday, but who knows? Maybe it will be the time for them to do that. Now, the Crown Tundra is a lot larger, I guess, than the Isle of Armor, which we already know based on what we've seen literally from the data mines of the maps. We already know it's going to be much larger. That's nothing really brand new being told to us there. But it continues on. After updating the game, you'll receive a Crown Pass to the Crown Tundra. Fair enough. After arriving, a person upgrades your Pokedex. After you're outside the station, Peony will battle you. After the battle, Peony gives you the Crown Tundra clothes. You will be meeting Peony's daughter after this. I'll be honest, this person's got some horrendous kind of grammar here. It's all over the place, what I'm trying to say, because it's a lot of after instead of just kind of typing out what's happening. So either way, let's continue. Next up, Peony's daughter is your rival. Her ace is Galarian Slowking. After the battle, you receive a Tundranite ore. Wow, okay. A version of Armorite ore. So I guess it's going to work in a similar way to that, which, it is what it is. But that sounds pretty reasonable. Tundranite, versus Armorite. Yeah, it sounds reasonable. It continues on though. And also remember, a lot of the previous ones that have bad grammar actually ended up being oftentimes a lot of the real actual leaks. So I'm not taking this for granted just because it's poor grammar. It still has a lot of chances here to be real. Now, it continues on though. Peony and you will go to the legendary tree and the birds fight each other and fly away when you get there. So I guess it's going to be story based and you'll find the birds and battle them. The Galarian birds are level 70. You can catch them. They can be shiny. After catching all 3 birds, a horse comes. I guess a horse, one of the horses shows up. This is really all over the place with the grammar. Holy crap. Now, the 2 horses are game exclusives. White horse, a fairy type in sword, and the black horse, a dark type in shield. After catching them, you are going to go to the Reggie temples. The 3 Reggies are level 65. They can be shiny. After catching the 3 Reggies, you're going to go and get Regieleki and Regidrago in their temple. You encounter 2 Reggies. These 2 Reggies are level 70, so these are going to be the brand new ones. They can be shiny. After catching those two, Calyrex blocks the way. You will have to battle it, and Calyrex is level 75, which sounds like a pretty reasonable number, and I guess this would require you to have to be the champion at this point. If that's the actual level it's going to be, then you'd have to be the champion, unless it's scaling. By the way, after catching Calyrex, Peony and you will go to the legendary raids, or do one of the legendary raids. Legendary raids are less strong than Zeraora and Mewtwo raids, but they are catchable. After completing the Crown Tundra, Peony and his daughter will rematch once per day against you, I guess. And then Shiny Marshadow raid event will be in the 12th or 29th of November. At least 1 million players will need to defeat Shiny Marshadow. At 30th November, Shiny Marshadow can be received from Pokemon Home. And bloody hell, that was difficult to read. I'm gonna be honest, that was one of the most horrendous times for me to try to read that out, because holy crap, there's a lot of is instead of are. So either way, what am I thinking about this? Well, I know for a fact we've had rumors in the past that have been similar to this, and this one doesn't say much new, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a lot of repeating, just a lot of repeating what we've seen before, if I may be honest with you. But that's the crazy part. Sometimes stuff like this could be real. Now, we did have a leak earlier this year, before the Isle of Armor released, an actual leak that just listed every single Pokemon that's gonna return in the Pokedex. And guess what? Every single one for Isle of Armor was correct. Every single one that like actual leak listed was correct. And oftentimes, even back with the Ben Affleck leak of last year, keep in mind that one had some atrocious misspellings and grammar issues, grammatical errors and stuff like that. There's loads of that in there. I'm not saying I'm the best at English here, I'm not, but I'm trying to say that just because they've got like poor grammar and all that sort of stuff doesn't mean that it's not realistic, because oftentimes the people that might get this information might be people somewhere in countries where English isn't their first language. So when they actually get the information, they're trying to give it out to as many people as possible in English, but it's not their first language and they don't know it that well, so they just kind of type it out in whatever way they can. Hence why they end up, sounding a little bit odd at the end of the day, because, well, it's, grammatically not correct because that's not their first language. It's fully understandable. So, does this make this possible? I don't know. Let's talk a bit, in depth about the actual information here. So first things first that I have to say is, he's talking about like the Black Horse and the Dark Horse. Now, everybody already knows this because this was already leaked by the data miners who managed to data mine this information out, being the code names for the two, brand new Pokemon that we still don't know anything about, which seemingly will be able to fuse with Calyrex. Now, what we know is that, their code names are Black Horse and White Horse, but what do we know else about that? Really nothing. And I mean, honestly, it doesn't really say much here. It just says that they're version exclusives, which I really hope they're not, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you, I really hope they're not, because I'm kind of getting tired of the whole version exclusive thing. Like, I just want it to be like, guess what, if I want to catch these Pokemon, just let me just catch them in one game. Don't force me to have to buy both games to get that done. I mean, nowadays, of course, we have trading, but even trading can't work unless you pay for the online, so it's kind of like, it's a double-edged sword there, right? So what I'm trying to say is, I really hope they're not version exclusives, because I would much more prefer to be able to just catch them individually, in a singular game instead of having to trade with someone to get them. Even though it does incentivize trading, it also forces you to have to go buy the Nintendo Switch Online, which right now I actually can't afford. So I prefer if we didn't need to deal with that. But either way, what I'm trying to say is, this rumor, it's got some interesting things to say, but mostly it's a lot of repetition. So I don't know, what are you guys' thoughts about that? Could this be the real one? Could this be the one rumor that actually is 100% real, or is it just another one just kind of giving us information we've heard before? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye, ladies and gentlemen.